Hello, welcome to my channel, Southside Entertainment. My name is Emmanuel. Today I'll be doing a story time on how I lost my property in the hands of a drug addict. Drug addict. And so unfortunate, say the drug addict, nah, the landlord of the compound. You get how everything take happen. There's how everything happened. You understand my point? But I'm going to explain to you step by step how it all happened and how I move into the compound. Episode 1. So the last place I was staying, they sold the compound, so we were asked to move out. So I was looking for a place where I could stay. You understand my point? As normal. So I went to look for a friend of mine in his house. You get. So I found out that okay, where he's staying, there is a place that is empty upstairs. You understand my point? That is vacant. You get. So I said, okay, it's a one bachelor big room. You get everything is inside. So I told him, Alpha, I would like to stay for that place. See my place now, I don't cast. You know my point. Say my place now, I know if it dey my place. Because say I don't sell them, we only get limited time to stay for there. So it makes sense that I even consider that place vacant. So he was there chilling with the caretaker, of the compound. You get that guy is not the direct family of the owner of the compound. As I say, the caretaker. I'm speaking to the caretaker because they just lost the landlord. The landlord passed away, a month back before I even moved into the compound. So I had to hear about it when I was coming to take the house of the compound. The landlord is not even available. This is the guy taking care of the compound now, and it's the caretaker. You get because the landlord trained him. He grew up with the landlord, so the landlord loved him like a son. You get so when the landlord passed away, he continued taking care of the compound. But not to forget that that same landlord have a son. He have an only son who is a drug addict. That is the problem now. You get, and that same son is the one who inherited the property. You get now, he inherited the property. So now, getting into this compound, I spoke to the landlord. So both of us spoke. We discussed price. I was with some funds there with me, so I gave him some funds, half of the funds. Tell him that end of the month, I would like to move in fully. You get. So I went to arrange my things where I am. End of the month, I move into the compound. You get. So when I moved into the compound, the day I moved in, I was introduced to that landlord, the one that is a drug addict. Before moving in, I already got the information that that guy is into drugs, you know. And when the father was alive, he couldn't come to that compound. You get my point? The father took him so far from that environment because he was always being in prison. I don't understand the kind of life he chose to live. The father was tired, sent him to another location to Soweto, to another location to go and live. Then anything he wants to do, he always give to him. He always sponsor his life there, buy food for him to stay alright. But he doesn't want him to come around because they beg him to change. He doesn't want to change. He has been to prison in and out, in and out. So he's used to all this kind of lifestyle, housebreaking, So the dad was tired and told him, no, you need to leave the compound. The way it was explained to me. So he was staying far. So the dad will buy food and go and give him. Normal is your child. He's your child more, so you must look after your child. You get so, but he felt that the child is not listening, that he can't stay close to him anymore. So he needs to just separate him. The dad was a cool guy, he was always chilling, he was a doctor also. He was always chilling, he was always relaxing. The few times I came to visit, even before moving in, I really enjoyed the way he vibes. On weekend, he would just put speaker outside, blasting music, just having fun of his life. It's so unfortunate that he passed away. May his soul rest in peace, you know. So now, going back to the story, just this guy, he came to my place, say he will be the one taking the rent. I didn't want to be involved with a drug addict where he will come and be knocking because I know how they behave. You get my point? I know how they behave. So Now I went to speak to the caretaker because the caretaker was also a friend to my friend. They were close together. I want to speak to the caretaker that I don't want this guy to be involved in taking my rent. Can you take this rent and let me know I'm handling with you straight? Because I don't want to have to explain every time to that guy, you know. So he was always into drugs, you know. So the guy understood. So I started paying to him. You get, I was living in this compound for months, you know. I was always going out for work. I was not always around. Sometimes I will also stay by a friend's place. I will stay by a workplace, you know, or I might also go to my lady's place and also stay by her place, you know. So it was a lot going on, you know. I was not always around. I was always out going for work, you know. Sometimes I would stay with So there was a time I left for 1 week. I didn't come back for 1 week. I wasn't around the house for 1 week, you know. I had to work also. So this guy noticed that I was not at home. Those period of time he was at home, he was relaxing. You know, this guy noticed that I was not at home. Hmm. My dear, this guy took advantage. He broke into my place. He first of all, I don't know how these people that take drug, how they behave. I don't know how they are able to maneuver, able to climb the building with the way he even looks. This guy went to the back of my house, went to the back of the house, climbed the back because I was staying upstairs. I don't know how he climbed the tree by the back of the house, climbed the tree. Then the geyser also was close to my house. Also, the geyser, they close to my kitchen window, close to my bathroom window, sorry. So from the geyser, he was able to climb inside my bathroom window because the bathroom window is open without burglary. So he was able to climb in because it's very thin. So he climbed into that place, broke the glass of the burglary, climbed into that place, his own house, robbed me of my property, took everything from my house, even my lady's clothes, everything, coming to the whole property, chain, speaker, TV, everything. The guy took everything from my place. The only thing he didn't manage to take is my bed. It's my bed and my fridge because I was lucky. The fridge, they were taking the fridge out from the gate because they finished stealing those small small things in the house. So they opened the door, then they were taking the things from the front. So it was the fridge that was left for them to take. They took microwave, they even took soap, took my foodstuff, took rice. So it was the fridge that was left for them to take. Immediately they were going outside, my neighbor now saw them. She didn't hear the sound they were making inside the house all this while. But when they finished taking everything, because it was not something they did once, it was something that it was always coming, it was always coming. That's why I said in this life, if anything want to happen to you, there must be an insider. An outsider cannot do you anything. I'm not lying to you. An outsider no fit do you anything. There must be an insider who will pass that information. You get? So it's so unfortunate that that guy was coming every day. This guy was not around. So when he tipped the other one, I noticed that this guy is not around. You come again. He took my property. He took my clothes, my shoes, everything he could take. Just imagine drug addict. He even took my rice, everything, almost soap for bathing. You imagine that kind of thief. He took everything. And do you know the worst part? The things he was taking, he was going to keep some of them in the main building where he stays in the same house. How can you steal like that? So he was going to keep the thing in the same building by the place he live. You get? So I was not around. So immediately they were trying to take that fridge. You get? The neighbor now saw them, people carrying fridge because it's heavy. So they made some sound. So the neighbor now shouted, that thief, she just made some sound in their language. So those people, they ran away. So immediately he ran away. You get? So the caretaker came outside. Everybody came outside. The guy didn't come in immediately. He waited for like 1 2 hours. He now called me and told me they broke into my place. Just imagine, when I was just beginning to pick myself, trying to do certain things, I have a lot of things locked down. This guy come and steal from me, steal everything from me. You want me to start from my friends? Do you know what it is going to buy? Speaker, TV, fridge, microwave, clothes, shoes, from beginning again, from scratch. Do you know what it is to go and buy those things from beginning? I don't understand. Instead of you to use money to do other things that are very important, you start using it to buy these things. So, uh, so they cut. So those guys they took the fridge. Those guys, sorry, they didn't take the fridge. They left the fridge, then they left. Those people they left the fridge, then they left. So the landlord called me. When they called me, they asked me to come. So I came. The caretaker, sorry. So I came to the place. So when I came to the house, I went inside my place. My place was scattered. I wish I still have the video because I videoed everything. So my place was scattered. My place was damaged. Everything was scattered in my place. Nothing. There was nothing in my place. The little things that was left, like rug and center table, I was just still keeping them aside with my couch. I was just keeping them with one or two clothes. I just kept them aside. So I left it like that. So I went to the police station to go and open a case for housebreaking, you know, because we went inside the house, we went inside the main house and found out some of my things was inside that main house. And that is where he sleeps. He was stealing from me and going to put it in the main house. How can you thief like a mumu? He was stealing from me to keep in the main house. So immediately I checked, we went to the house. We were trying to know who did this thing. So they said it's him. So we couldn't confirm because if you can't confirm, you can't blame somebody. So you can't blame somebody because he would deny. So I was trying to find proof. So we went into the house. The caretaker took me to the house. We found out all my things there, my gym equipment, everything there. I said, wow, nicely. So we went to the police station to go and open case for housebreaking. I opened the case, I wrote everything down he took. I came back to the house. So unfortunate to see how thief is behaving. Though. This is how I lost my property. So unfortunate. This guy that you see so came back to the compound. He came back to that compound with my belt, the key for my door, the duplicate for key for my door. He came back with it because I kept extra inside the house. He came back to the compound, coming to meet the cat. Hey, God of me, people have mind. I'm telling you. After you finish stealing from somebody, they are looking for you. He still came back to the compound. Huh. Oh, this guy was talking to the caretaker in a very cool manner. He was talking to the caretaker. He was telling the caretaker that I don't know what was telling. The caretaker was trying to. No, he wanted to go and take the remaining things from the house and go and sell. So immediately he came back, he was trying to go into the house. So he was trying to go into the house and take the remaining things and go and sell. So when he was trying to go into the house, the caretaker saw him and said, "Where are you going to? You went to steal from so person, Emma." So I had to. The caretaker now called me for one stage like, "This guy is here." I say, "This guy is here. God have done everything." So immediately he came. Immediately I saw him. Oh God of mercy! We started fighting him immediately. No, he didn't empower me. I overtook him, then I took him down, then I tied him with rope. Have you seen where they are tying landlord with rope? I took him down there. I tied him with rope. So now his friend also that came with him was waiting for him outside. I heard his friend was outside. You get. So I also went outside with his friend, went outside to see the friend. Me and the friend started having an issue outside. We had a fight. So I took bottle. As I broke that bottle, the friend now relaxed. Now said he's gonna follow me inside. So I was able to catch the friend also and take him inside the compound. After I took them inside the compound, me and the caretaker was there. He was with me also. He also supported me. The community now start coming together because there's a group chat, where they communicate together in that community. So there's a group chat, and even him also has been doing housebreaking. They've been looking for him. Even the friend also almost stabbed somebody in Alex. So they've been looking for them also. So those community people, they came to the compound. They came with Shambok, you know. They flog. So they had to confirm. The other guy also friend came. They had to call his father. They called his father. His father came from where he is to that compound. He was there. They were flogging his own son for being a thief because it was an embarrassment. They were flogging his own son. They flogged them. You can't do anything. After they finished flogging them, they flogged them, finished. They called police. Police came because they were flogging these boys. The boys even preferred police to arrest them than to be flogged. They even preferred police arrest to tell you the amount of flogging. That's not my point. But these boys, they never change. So police came to the place, saw them on the floor, untied them, avoid any extra casualty, avoid everything, took them in the back and took them to the station. So when they went to the station, you know, the guy couldn't stay there by the station. So they took them to the hospital for treatment, to be treated. They took them to the hospital to be treated. You understand? So they took them to the hospital to be treated before they will arrest them. Even when police even came to the place, police were even shocked. They even beat them also, they even beat them on their own. Those police, they even beat them. So they took them to the station, took their statement. So they were injured based on the flogging from the community. So they were injured based on the flogging from the community they got. So they took them to the hospital, to go and treat them before they would send them to prison. But you know the way it is. Immediately they took them to the hospital, that guy was released. He came out, he was released. I'm going to tell you what he did next. The cops asked me to keep my room open. That is the worst part. They asked me to keep my room open. So when they asked me to keep my room open, I explained to them that this guy hope nobody's going to come and steal my place because this guy still have friends outside who's going to come and kill. He said no, that they're going to come and do what they call it, fingerprints and everything in my place. When I reported the case to make the case more stronger. After the guy went to hospital, he's been in hospital for like 2 days. So I was waiting for these police people to come to my place and do fingerprint. They didn't come. They released the thief. Immediately they released that guy from inside. The guy again came to my place. Oh, God of mercy. There's some kind of beating they will beat you in this life. You will change. You become an angel. You become a good Samaritan the rest of your life. That guy, upon everything they did to him, he still came and steal for me for the second time. I did not believe. I did not believe. This compound I went into is a history. I'm telling you, I need to also even explain to you how I got arrested in that same compound and spent 1 week in prison just for no fucking reason. You understand? I'm going to still explain to you how that one happened. So this guy now came to my place again for the second time to tip the remaining of my property, which I have. Wait for episode 2. I'm going to explain to you how it all happened. How we caught him. How we went to Alex and caught him in Alex, where he was sleeping with his gear. He put my bed sheet on the bed. Episode 2 is coming. I'm going to explain to you. Keep on following my channel. Thanks a lot. Don't forget to like and subscribe, Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you a lot for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.